Have you ever seen a plant that looks like it came straight out of a jungle fantasy movie? With its dark, glossy leaves and striking silver veins, this beauty instantly steals attention wherever it is placed. And today, a brand new member has entered my indoor plant collection. But here's the interesting part. Although this plant looks royal and expensive, many plant lovers accidentally kill it because they don't understand its care needs. So, in today's video, I'll share complete care tips, watering secrets, humidity needs, fertilizing schedule, common mistakes, and even propagation methods of this stunning Alocasia Polly. Stay till the end because I'll also share one important trick that keeps its leaves healthy and shiny indoors. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this is Half Tuber 81 where we talk about gardening, indoor plants, plant care tips and everything related to growing green spaces around us. And today I am super excited because this gorgeous Alocasia Polly has officially become a part of my indoor jungle. Just look at these dramatic leaves, dark green foliage with beautiful white veins. Honestly, this plant doesn't even look real. So first let's understand this plant a little better. This plant is called Alocasia Polly, also known as African mask plant or elephant ear plant. It belongs to the Araceae family and is loved for its exotic tropical appearance. What makes this plant special is its arrow-shaped leaves and contrasting veins that give it a premium decorative look indoors. This is one of those statement plants that instantly elevates the beauty of any room, office, or balcony corner. But remember, alocasias can sometimes behave a little dramatic. If conditions are not right, they quickly show signs through yellow leaves, drooping, or leaf loss. So proper care becomes very important. Now let's talk about one of the most important secrets behind a healthy alocasia, the perfect soil mix and pot setup. This plant loves soil that is airy, loose, moisture retaining yet fast draining at the same time. Heavy compact soil is dangerous for alocasias because their roots need oxygen too. If the soil stays soggy for too long, root rot can happen very quickly. For my Alocasia Polly, I have prepared a well-draining soil mix using coco peat for moisture retention, vermicompost or compost for nutrition, perlite or coarse sand for aeration, cocoa chips or orchid bark to keep the mix chunky and breathable. And one more important thing I planted it in a pot with good drainage holes because proper drainage is absolutely essential for this plant. Along with that, I have also added thermocol pieces at the bottom of the pot. This helps in keeping the pot lightweight, improving drainage, preventing excess water accumulation at the base. This is especially helpful for indoor plants because it reduces chances of waterlogging. The roots of Alocasia love moisture, but they never want to sit in stagnant water. Now let's talk about feeding. Since Alocasias are foliage plants, they enjoy regular nutrition during active growth. I prefer using a balanced liquid fertilizer once every 20 to 25 days during the growing season. You can also occasionally add seaweed solution, diluted vermi wash, organic liquid fertilizer, But remember, less is always better than over fertilizer. Too much fertilizer can burn the roots and leave salt deposits in the soil, which may damage the plant slowly. During winter or dormancy period, reduce fertilizing because the plant naturally slows down its growth. Now comes the biggest challenge with alocasias: watering. This plant likes evenly moist soil but hates waterlogging. That means don't let the soil become bone dry, but also never keep it soggy. The best method is check the top 1-2 inches of soil. If slightly dry, then water thoroughly. During summers, watering frequency may increase. During monsoon or winter, reduce watering. Overwatering is the number one reason alocasias die indoors because their roots rot very quickly. One more important thing, always use a pot with drainage holes. Now let's talk about humidity and temperature. This plant absolutely loves humidity because it is a tropical plant. If the air is too dry, leaf edges turn brown, leaves start to curl, and growth slows down. To keep it happy, mist occasionally, keep near other plants, use a pebble tray and maintain good humidity around it. Ideal temperature is 18 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Avoid cold drafts, AC air directly, sudden temperature changes, and so because alocasias are sensitive plants, so consistency is very important. Next, now let's talk about the most important thing, lighting. Alocasia Polly loves bright indirect light. Place it near a bright window where it gets plenty of filtered sunlight. Morning sunlight for a short duration is fine, but harsh afternoon direct sunlight can burn the leaves. If the plant receives very low light, growth slows down and leaves become smaller. Stem stretch weakly, and too much harsh sun can cause leaf scorch, fading color, crispy edges. So the perfect spot is bright indoor room, east facing window, balcony with filtered light. I personally prefer keeping it where it receives good brightness throughout the day but no harsh direct sun. Friends, now let's quickly discuss some common problems. Yellow leaves, usually due to overwatering. Brown crispy edges, low humidity or underwatering. And drooping leaves, sudden environmental stress or improper watering. Pests, spider mites and mealybugs can attack alocasias occasionally. To prevent pests, wipe leaves regularly, maintain airflow, spray neem oil occasionally, and always keep the leaves clean because dust blocks photosynthesis. Now the exciting part, propagation. Unlike pothos or philodendrons, Alocasia polly is usually propagated through division. This plant grows from underground rhizomes or corms. Here's how you can propagate it. Step 1. Remove the plant gently from the pot and look for baby offset or corms near the mother plant. Step 3. Carefully separate them using clean hands or sterilized tools. Step 4. Plant them in a small pot with airy, moist soil. And step 5. Keep in warm, bright, indirect light. Within a few weeks, new growth starts appearing. One important tip: never overwater newly propagated alocasias because young root rot very easily. This plant looks absolutely stunning in living rooms, work desks, balcony corners, and shelf displays. because of its bold leaf shape. Even one plant becomes a focal point indoors. You can also pair it with snake plants, pothos, syngoniums for a beautiful tropical indoor jungle vibe. Plants teach us something very important about life. Growth does not happen overnight. Sometimes we water them daily, care for them patiently, and still don't see immediate results. But silently beneath the soil, roots are becoming stronger day by day. And honestly, our own life journey is very similar. There are moments when progress feels slow, but that doesn't mean growth is not happening. So, friends, never stop nurturing your dreams, your peace, and the things you truly love. I would want to ask all of you, which indoor plant has taught you the most patience in your gardening journey? For me, plants like Alocasia always remind me that consistency and care eventually reward us with beautiful growth. So friends, if you enjoyed today's video and love welcoming this beautiful Alocasia Polly into my indoor plant family, then please support the channel by hitting the like button, sharing this video with fellow plant lovers, and subscribing to HalfTuber81 for more gardening journeys and plant care videos. Every new plant we bring home is not just decoration. It becomes a living companion that brings positivity, freshness, and peace into our lives. And I truly believe that even one small plant can inspire a greener and happier environment around us. So let's continue growing our indoor jungles together, one plant at a time. Also, tell me in the comments which new plant are you planning to add next to your collection. Your comments and experiences always inspire this gardening family. Thank you so much for staying till the end and spending your valuable time with me and my plants. Your love and support truly motivate me to keep creating more green content for all of you. And as I always suggest, go green, grow green. Happy gardening, stay blessed.